Hey guys, and welcome to MMA Money. Today we're talking about UFC 270, which took place January 22nd, 2022 at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. A couple of huge title fights, with the main event being the interim heavyweight champ Ciryl Gane versus the undisputed champion Francis the Predator Ngannou. The co-main was the third fight of a trilogy between flyweights Deiveson Figueiredo and the champion Brandon Moreno. The fighter payouts were released by the California State Athletic Commission, so we actually have a pretty good idea of what these guys took home, but let's go ahead and jump into the main card. The first fight was a welterweight bout between Michael Morales and Trevin Giles. The odds were pretty even before the fight, but Morales made quick work and finished Giles by TKO at 4:07 of the first round. However, Giles actually did pretty well money-wise if we look at what he took home. $45,000 to show, another $6,000 for fight week incentive, coming out to a total of $51,000. Meanwhile, Morales only took home $10,000 to show, $4,000 of fight week incentive. He did get a $10,000 win bonus, but the total still only came out to $24,000, less than half of what Giles made for the fight. But Morales is a young fighter, just 21 years old, and this is only his first fight in the UFC coming off the Contender Series, so I'd expect his pay to only increase from here. On to the second fight of the main card, Cody Stamann took on Nurmagomedov, and this one was even quicker than the first fight, as Nurmagomedov won by submission just 47 seconds into the first round. Stamann didn't come home empty-handed. He still took home $65,000 to show and an additional $6,000 fight week incentive, coming out to a total of $71,000. Meanwhile, Nurmagomedov took home $25,000 to show, $4,500 fight week incentive. He also took home an additional $25,000 as a win bonus and the $50K performance of the night bonus, bringing his total to $104,500. The third fight of the main card was another couple of welterweights, Michel Pereira versus Fialho. Pereira was heavily favored in this one and did end up winning via unanimous decision, but to add insult to injury, Fialho came away with just $16,000 total for the fight. This is in stark contrast to Pereira making triple that just to show up. He also got an additional $6,000 fight week incentive and another $50K win bonus, bringing his total to $106,000, more than 7 times more than his opponent. Next to the co-main event, it was another close fight between Moreno and Figueiredo. Moreno had the edge in odds leading up to the fight at -190 to Figueiredo's +160, but this time Figgy came away with the unanimous decision. Moreno took home $200,000 to show, along with $42,000 fight week incentive, as well as the $50,000 fight of the night bonus, bringing his total to $292,000. On the flip side, Figueiredo took home $150,000 to show, $32,000 fight week incentive, and also took home the $50,000 fight of the night bonus. This brought his total to $232,000. No win bonuses for the co-main, unfortunately. And finally, the main event of the evening, champion versus champion. Surprisingly, to me at least, Gane was the favorite going into the fight. However, it was Francis Ngannou that won by unanimous decision. Starting with Ciryl Gane, he took home $500,000 to show, along with $42,000 fight week incentive. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We don't know exactly how much the fighters share in the pay-per-view revenue. We do have some documents available from a 2020 lawsuit with the UFC over antitrust laws. They reveal it's in the ballpark of $1 to $2.50 for each pay-per-view buy. The other aspect is we don't really have exact pay-per-view numbers released by the UFC, so I'm probably being a little conservative here, but based on previous pay-per-view numbers, I'm assuming 500,000 buys, and at $1 per buy, Gane came out with at least an additional $500,000. And that would bring his total to $1,042,000. For Ngannou, he took home $600,000 to show, also took home $42,000 for a fight week incentive, and then using the same logic that we used for Gane, he also made an additional at least $500K. It's possible that Ngannou could have and probably did receive more than $1 per buy, but without knowing his contract, it's really impossible to know for sure. And that brings his total pay to $1,142,000. And that wraps up UFC 270. That's all I got, guys. Please leave a like or a comment and consider subscribing for more videos like this. This is my first video on the channel, so feel free to be critical and let me know what topics you want to hear about and what I can do better. As I finish this recording, I'm realizing that my office is right next to a highway, so hopefully that didn't affect the audio too much.